Hi, I'm David Harry, and in this video I'm going to be doing an unboxing of whatever it is rattling around in this box. Okay, so the point of this video then is to do a very simple unboxing of the GoPro Hero 6 Black. Now what I'm going to do for the rest of this video, and probably for all the videos that I do with this camera, I'll just refer to as the GoPro or the 6 or whatever, not the big long title. I mean, we actually know what we're talking about here. And just a quick thing as well, I bought this online from GoPro Direct in the UK. And I paid for next day delivery, right? And this has took 5 days to get to me. On top of that as well, if you listen to this, that's rattling a lot. It doesn't feel like there's any padding inside. So now, I don't know if GoPro pre-packed these before they give them to UPS, or whether this is UPS packaging, I don't know. But whoever's done it, this is amazingly poor packing. I mean, this is a £500 item, and it's been paid, paid next day delivery for it. So not only was it really, really late, it's very, very poorly packaged. Anyway, all that bit aside, hopefully it's cool and it's working. So what it is, this video is just going to be nice and short, and it's also going to fall in line with a total long range of videos that I'm going to do about the 6. And what it is, I've actually got a URL set up for this. So it's www.goprohero6.co.uk. So if you go there, you can see all my previous GoPro videos, but also all the ones that I'm going to be doing with this particular 6. I'm going to do a ton of things, all to do with like microphones and setups and just whatever comes to mind to do with using a GoPro 6. So hopefully it's going to be a very informative site. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to crack straight into doing the unboxing, and then as I'm doing it, what I'm going to do is talk over this one. Normally what I would do, I would just run like cutaways over music, but what I'm going to do is talk over this one as I'm doing it, just to go into a little bit of detail about what's in the box. Okay, so let me just crack straight on with all that then. Okay, so I'm just going to start opening the box up now and hope for the best. I mean, it is rattling a little bit and whatnot. I'm just hoping that this is all okay. Let me get inside. Let's see. Okay, so there is bubble. There's kind of like some heavy bubble wrap inside the big thick stuff. So hopefully that's all cool. Let me get that out. Yay! Let's see. Okay, so box gone. So what we got there's a few GoPro stickers. Let's see. There's the invoice as well. So basically, in the box, there's the nice shiny new GoPro and a bunch of stickers as well. Okay, so let me just get shot of them stickers. Okay, right, I've just done a quick edit, and the reason is because I've just done an entire unboxing. I've looked back at the footage and I wasn't happy with it. And the reason why I wasn't happy is because I normally shoot in manual mode. And for the sake of doing this voiceover and doing a live unboxing, as it were, I set the camera to auto, and I just wasn't happy with it. I like to set the aperture and focus and whatnot. But yeah, so I've just kind of restarted again. So it's a little bit of a blag. But anyways, let's get on with it. So this is the front of the box, as you can see, and it just tells us some basic information about the camera. It's 12 megapixel, it's 4K, shoots at up to 60 frames a second. It does 33 feet or 10 meters as far as it being waterproof, and there's a nice little picture of it being dunked in some water. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just kind of go through the sides on the box and we'll see what's on them. So this side of the box is just basically indicating what's inside the box itself. So basically what we've got is the camera, we've got the actual skeletal plastic case that comes with it, and then we've got a couple of other options here as well. So we've got the battery, we've also got the screw for screwing it into the mount, and then we've got a couple of options for mounts and stuff, and then we've also got the USB-C cable in there as well. And on the back of the box as well, what it's doing, it's just giving us an indication that yes, you can dive with this camera. Also, it's basically a quick indication of it having quick stories. Now, from what I understand, Quick Stories, I think, is a new piece of software which basically does some kind of auto edit of your footage and whatnot. I've not tried it. I don't know what it's like. And also, it's indicating here as well that you can go to the Apple App Store or go to the Google Play Store for Android to update the app for it as well. Then on the other side of the box as well, what we've got here is some more further indications of what this GoPro can do. Like it's saying here, it'll do up to 4K at 60 frames a second. It's also telling us as well that at 1080p, it will also do 240 frames a second. So that's going to be for like really nice, cool, good quality slow-mo. It's also re-indicating here as well that it'll actually go to a depth of 33 feet or 10 meters, and that's the GoPro as standard without any special housing for going into water. And I've got to be honest there, that depth there is absolutely fantastic for this camera, because what it means is you don't have to spend more on a case. And the vast majority of people who are going to be going into water are probably not going to be going anywhere near 10 meters. So that's a really cool function of the camera. Again, like the 5 as well, because the 5 also out of the box will go into water. Now it's also saying here as well, it's got a picture of a presumably a person with the mouth saying something, and also a GoPro. Now what this is basically saying is that you got voice commands on the GoPro as well. Now depending upon your accent, this may or may not work so well. I'm not entirely sure. I did try this on the 5, and it didn't seem to understand my accent very well. I've probably got a very strong accent. I come from Liverpool in England, and we have what's called a Scouse accent, and it is quite a strong accent, and the GoPro 5 didn't quite get me most of the time. And also here, it's just indicating that what it is, it's a touch screen on the back. Now, I've not tried it just yet, but if it's anything like the 5's actually pretty cool with the back and stuff, with the actual touch on the screen. It's quite responsive. It's really good for a small device. So I'll get into more of this as I go further down the line with the GoPro. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to undo the box and see what's inside. So the main box that contains all the goodies and whatnot, and has the GoPro attached to it, just literally slides out of that main box. Now, as we can see here, the GoPro's actually on a piece of plastic here. Now, this piece of plastic actually detaches from the box itself, so you can actually use it as like a bit of a mount as well. So that's good as well, that you've got the option of some kind of quick mounting system to rest the GoPro, say, on a tabletop or whatever, some flat surface. And just to continue with the rest of the box as well, on each of the sides, we've actually got the GoPro logo on it. And then on the rear, we've actually got a little quick indicator as to show us how to detach the actual GoPro from the box itself, and I'll go through that shortly. But I'd just like to say at this point, there's one thing I'd like to, this is a personal point, I suppose, for me. I actually think that this comes in like a lot of packaging, maybe too much packaging, and I find this with a lot of small tech items as well. And for me personally, it's not very good for the environment, the amount of packaging that these things come in. Personally, I would like to see the camera just come in like a nice little cardboard box, some nice pictures on it, and everything just stuffed inside. But that's just a personal opinion of mine anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is open the box, and then I'll take all the stuff out that's inside the box. So here's the content of what's inside the box, inside the packaging, all the extra little bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'll just put these to one side and I'll go through each of them individually. So the first mount in the box is this one, and it's got a bit of a curve on it. Now, I believe that what this is for the likes of helmets or any kind of surface that's got a slight curve to it. And what it is, you peel this off, and it's got a very strong adhesive on it, so it'll like stick really firmly. Now, these do stick amazingly well, but I'd be very careful with any of these accessories that stick onto things from GoPro. I'd be very careful what you stick them to, because you could damage something when you pull it off. So as long as it's going onto a surface that it isn't going to damage easily, then they're great. The other mount that comes with it as well is a very similar one, but this one is, as you can see, it's flat. So this will be doing the exact same thing. It'll just go onto a flat surface after you peel that off, and it'll stick to the surface really well. And this is a USB-C cable as well that comes with the GoPro. And what this is for, you can connect this to an external charger, plug it into the GoPro, and then charge a GoPro battery whilst it's inside the GoPro. Also, you can power the GoPro and use it with this plugged in and then into a power supply. And the other thing it'll allow you to do as well is to take your videos off the GoPro and into a computer. So say, for instance, if you don't want to be getting at the SD card and pulling it in and out, you could plug this in and then extract your video straight onto a computer. Okay, so the last piece of hardware that comes in the package is a battery. And this is identical to the GoPro 5 battery. So as you can see there, that's just one battery that comes in the package, which is pretty cool. Although I would imagine that, you know, you're going to probably need more than one battery if you're going to go out and do some serious filming. I will get back and do some more videos to do with battery life and whatnot. But right now, I've not tested it, so I can't say how long this would actually last for during like 4K recording. Also in the box, there's 3 bits of paperwork. The first of which is this, which is another 2 stickers for GoPro. So you can go out there and do some free advertising for GoPro. And one of the other pieces that comes with it as well is this, which is the safety instructions. Now, I've not read through this yet, but, you know, maybe there's some hints in there and some useful tips as how to handle the GoPro. And indeed, it does say safety instructions. So, yeah, I would definitely give this a good read through before you start kicking into anything with the camera. Okay, and this is the last piece of paperwork that comes in the package, and quite possibly the most important one as well, because what this is, it's saying you break it, we'll replace it. And what it is, it's a GoPro care package for your camera. So what you do, just go to this URL here and then read up more about taking on board a GoPro care package. And then if we flip this over as well, it just gives us a nice little diagram and chart as to like how to take the camera in and out the actual skeletal case. Although that's pretty intuitive. I don't think you're going to need instructions on that. And again, it's just giving you an indicator as to what some of the actual light little mounts that come with it do as well. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and take the GoPro off the plastic mount here on the box. I'll just start unscrewing it first here, because there's actually a little piece of plastic that keeps it in place as well that will get shut off. So undo the screw. This is probably just going to drop a little bit here. Hold on. So get the screw out. I'll take the GoPro out of place here. And what it is, there's a little piece of plastic on the screw that keeps it all in. So just take that off because you don't need that any longer. Just put that away with your packaging. Then what we'll do now as well, we need to take the actual mount off, or the actual slider section of the mount. So what you do, there's a rubber piece here. Just lift up the rubber piece. And then what you do, you just pinch the actual mount here and then push it forward. So that actually slides in and out the mount, and that will actually go on to the other mounts as well. In fact, I'll show that in a second. So this is the flat mount that comes in the pack. And as you can see, if I pull the rubber back like that, just pinch it a bit, pinch them 2 bits there, and then slide it in. And then once it's slid in order to keep it secure and so it doesn't pop back out again, just push the rubber piece back down. But make sure you've actually put it all the way in, and then push the rubber down. So now that's not going to go anywhere. So that's nice and secure. So now what I'm going to do is just put the GoPro on its mount here. So slot it in, and this is just the standard GoPro slot mechanism. And then what you do, you just put your screw in there, tighten it on, and then there you go. So that's now the GoPro just mounted on one of the plates that it comes with. I'll just get the GoPro back off again. And then what I'll do, I'll go over the case on it, show you how to undo the case or open the case. And then what we'll do, we'll also have a quick look at what's around the sides on the GoPro. So from here, all you do, on the back here or on the top, lift it forward like this, and then flip it back like that. And then the case will open up at the back, and then just kind of push out the GoPro, and then there you go. So there's the GoPro now, totally naked out of its case. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rest the GoPro down, and then I'll go over all the edges and the sides and the back on it just to show you exactly what's there and how to access things on it. So looking top down, what we've got here is the power button, and this little hole here is one of the microphones. So that's one of the internal microphones for the GoPro. And looking from the right, from the back of the GoPro, what we've got here is another button. Now this is the power button, but it also doubles up as a mode button as well to get the GoPro into different modes. And also again at the top, there's another small hole. Again, that hole there is for a microphone, and that in conjunction with the other one creates the actual internal microphone system for the GoPro. This is actually the back of the camera that I'm looking at now. So let me see if I can peel off this sticker. Now, there's not much to show here because I'm not actually going to go through the interface or anything, because this is meant to just be an unboxing video, but I will go, through the interface in a dedicated video for that. But like I say, this is the back of the camera and that's the screen. Now, this is the underside of the camera, and on here, I think this is the speaker. I'm not too sure. I think that's like a little indicator to the side of it. I'm not entirely sure about that. And then what you do, you press that button in there and then slide the cover back. And then what happens, that then shows us into the compartment on the inside, which takes the battery and also here, the SD card. Now, just whilst I'm here, what I'll do, I'll put the battery in. Yeah, so as you can see here, all you do, you literally just drop the battery in like that, push it in a little bit, make sure it's flush. And then, like I say, you also put your SD card in there as well. I haven't got one to hand, so I can't put one in. And then you just flip it over, or flip the latch over and then push it back in. Make sure you hear that click. And then at that point, you're all ready to kind of rock and roll once your SD card's in there as well. So this is the other side to the GoPro. And as you look at it from behind, it's the left. And what it is, it's got another door system on it. Now, I'm probably going to struggle here because I did do with the 5 when I was using that. Let me just try and ease this door off. Hold on. It takes a little bit of force to get the door off. Okay, so it's coming off. As you can see there, I struggled a little bit to get that door off. Now, it is very tight. Now, I'm not going to complain about that, and this is not a complaint because, that's very securely on. And the reason why that is because it's a watertight door system. And what it does, it protects the inside. And what you can do here, if you just get the little side bit here, pull it up towards you, and then the whole door will come off. And that's important so you can actually expose this side of the camera once it's in a case. And as you can see here, we've actually got the USB-C port, and we've also got, I don't know if that's a micro or a mini HDMI. Also, the battery that comes with the GoPro is either partially or fully charged. I'm not entirely sure, but there's definitely enough power in it to switch it on. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to switch it on by clicking the power button on the side. And this is just to give us a little quick indication as to what the back looks like with the screen on. Now, because this is a brand new install, as it were, or I've just done the unboxing, I have to go through a setup on this. So I'm not going to do this right now, but this is just to show what the rear of it looks like when the screen's powered on. And then if I turn it over, there we go as well. We've got a front screen as well, which gives us some indications and whatnot. Okay, so as far as the GoPro's concerned and all the edges and what all the buttons and compartments do, that probably covers that. Okay, so that just about covers it then as far as the unboxing is concerned, and to show people exactly what's in the box and give a brief idea as to what the doors and the ports do. Okay, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Maybe you found it entertaining, maybe it was informative. If so, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Also, you may want to consider subscribing to my channel and clicking on the bell for notifications as well. And what that'll allow you to do is to keep up with all the videos that I do. I do a lot of stuff to do with hardware, software, cameras, microphones, basically go right across the board with tech stuff. But if the only thing that you're interested in that I've been doing is the GoPro stuff, then you may want to consider just checking out my GoPro playlist. And then on top of that, you can actually go directly to all my GoPro videos at www.goprohero6.co.uk. Okay, so the only thing that remains for me to say right now is thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye now.